All right. Hi, I'm Ricky from Rev Consultants. So I help subcontractors win more tenders at their target profit, 12 weeks or less, even if they're time poor, overwhelmed, don't know where to start. Basically, my goal is to help make this process as simple and as successful as possible so that you can win those bigger contracts with less stress. I'm here on a regular basis, so jump on, ask me a question, or DM me anything you feel like it'd be helpful for me to cover. This is your opportunity to ask me anything, basically. All right, so the topic that I've chosen for discussion this week is quantity versus quality with tendering. So I hear the quantity approach being thrown around, and I guess the strategy is to get in as many tenders as you can, and one of them is bound to stick. Maybe it works for some people, but I'm going to speak from my experience, which includes both doing tenders as well as being on the receiving end of tenders for main contractors, and deciding who gets the work. So I've got two main issues with the quantity approach. The first is we've all got limited time and resources. And the second one, but more importantly, is when you submit a tender, if you've rushed it, you haven't covered everything, and it's clear that you don't understand the project properly, and haven't thought the job through properly, it shows in your submission. So from my experience being on the receiving end, you're better off spending more time working through a tender on a better opportunity than spending less time on more. So basically, my advice is to choose quality over quantity, both in the projects that you choose to go for and your submission. So this brings me to another important point. Be selective with what you choose to go for. So when you first receive a tender pack, you should be doing a scan through and asking yourself questions like, does the location suit me? Does the scope align with my skills? Can I resource the job properly, given the time scale? Is the project and is the client aligned with the direction that I want my business to head in? So if after asking yourself questions like this, the project's not right, then you should politely be turning it down. So we get asked quite often, is it okay to say no to opportunities? And the answer is yes. So the client will usually go out to about 3 to about 5 people, expecting 3 to come back with a quote. And in fact, if you can't resource the job properly and deliver the job properly, due to resources or any other factors, they'd prefer you to tell them that and say no, rather than win the job and have the delivery become an issue. So we all have limited time and resources, and this is obviously true for tendering as well. So being selective with what you choose to go for will allow you to focus and spend more time on the opportunities that suit you, and it will allow you to submit a quality bid rather than a rushed bid. So remember, with tendering, we don't recover time and cost, particularly for a lost bid. So we want to be increasing our win rate as much as possible, and being selective is one of the ways that we do this. So if after you've done your scan, it's a project that you want to bid for, but the deadline, there's not enough time to complete a quality bid, hit the client up for an extension. In most cases, you'll get it. The client wants to see your price, so they're kind of willing to work with you on you returning something to them. And then a bit of additional advice. Within 24 hours of receiving the pack, phone or email the client and let them know whether they're going to get a return from you or not. So they need to know this so they can plan their procurement. So keeping them in the loop about what you're doing allows them to do that. It also helps with the relationship. It gets really frustrating if you find out a day before submission that someone's not going to be including a bid. You needed to know that stuff at the start. Putting on my hat of the client. So basically, in summary, being selective with what you choose to go for will mean that you can spend more time on better opportunities that suit your company, and in turn, it will increase your win rate. So quality over quantity for the win is my 2 cents. That's it for today. Nice and short. Stay tuned. I'll do another live coming up where I'll cover another impactful tendering topic. If you want to speak to me about your tendering, I offer a number of free diagnosis calls each month to talk specifically about how you can improve your tendering. There's a link on my LinkedIn profile to book these. That's it. Thanks, and see you again soon.